And we just released our fall economic statement last week. And on that, Canada is boding well. We enjoy a AAA credit rating. We continue to be among our G7 countries, the fastest growing. We still maintain a very healthy debt to GDP, the lowest among our G7 colleagues. So from a Canadian standpoint, I think we are thoughtful about what Canadians are challenged with today around overall affordability in their day-to-day lives. But overall, we have about 1 million jobs recovered since pre-pandemic. So when you look at jobs and when you look at which for regular Canadians, having a job and being able to continue, with your life for your family is something that's really, really important. But overall, from a macro standpoint, Canada is faring well.
Great. So let's look at trade then. Of course, last week there was an EU-Canada summit. CETA, of course, was at the heart of the conversation. There's still some European countries that haven't ratified fully the agreement. What are your conversations at with those countries, and how are you trying to reassure them maybe, or where are we at in those negotiations? How soon do you expect this to be fully ratified?
Well, in all of my conversations with the EU, but also with member state countries, I encourage them to ratify. Germany just ratified last year, which is really excellent. But the way I talk about it is really the benefits of CETA. When I look at the numbers, which I did just before coming here, since CETA has come into effect 7 years ago, we have seen a 54% increase of trade between Canada and the European Union. And here in France, 26% increase. So what I talk about often is the benefits of trade and who's benefiting. Small and medium-sized enterprises, those businesses that really are looking to trade as a way of recovering from the pandemic, but also into the future. And if I look at the lines that actually are beneficial to member state countries. I talk about machinery, minerals, the elimination of all tariffs for clean technology products, with the EU and Canada. These are real issues affecting real companies and real businesses. So I encourage my colleagues to do what they need to do to ratify. But mostly I speak about it from the standpoint of, look, it's working. The agreement's working. Is creating benefits for our economies and most importantly for the businesses and small and medium-sized businesses in our economies.
You talked about minerals. Of course, we know critical raw materials. Canada is very rich of them. We talk about lithium. There's, of course, essential for batteries, uranium as well. So all these sort of resources are, of course, crucial for the energy transition. So I want to ask you how much of this is useful for you in these negotiations and with your trade partners. How much is this critical issue at the heart of some of your negotiations?
Well, it's really important because I think today the world is looking at energy security, and they're looking at energy security related to the national security of their country. I'm in Paris, of course, for a Conférence de Paris, but I was also here yesterday for the World Nuclear Summit. I was talking about how Canada is a Tier 1 nuclear country. We provide safe nuclear energy. That is not only dealing with the fight against climate change. We know through reports by the IEA and others that you're going to need nuclear energy in order to reach net zero. But we're Tier 1 all the way from research to minerals. We export uranium. We're the fourth largest exporter in the world. But what's different about Canada is that our nuclear energy has always been premised on energy, not weapons. So it's unique in that way, and I think it gives Canada an advantage. Yesterday when I was here, CANDU Reactors is known as a Canadian innovation and technology in the provision of that energy, and it's really important because we unveiled Acts Realis, the company that is working with this technology, unveil a new innovation, a new design for CANDU going forward. So I think that it is really important, from critical minerals to batteries to hydrogen to nuclear. This is the range of mix that Canada has. We've always been an energy leader, a safe energy supplier, and today and the future is no different, except it is going to be in a greener world where Canada is very much going to be a part of that solution.